All right, in this video, we're gonna go over the gorilla row. The gorilla row is one of my favorite back movements, upper back, and just pulling balance movements out there because it does a lot of things. One, it is rowing and builds a nice strong upper back and lats and arms, which fantastic, duh. Who doesn't want a big strong back and fucking jacked biceps? Two, when you do it properly, it reinforces the hinge position in your setup for your swings, cleans, snatches, what have you. So that in and of itself is awesome. You should be in that good like deadlift hinge setup position. So being able to reinforce that with an exercise that also gets us more jacked and awesome, phenomenal. Three, it's good for structural balance in terms of, a lot of us tend to have, kind of a bit of that forward rounded posture, especially in the modern day and age when you're sitting down, you're on your phone all the time, kind of hunched over. This helps pull us out of that. So if you want to have a nice big broad chest, gorilla rows will actually help you with that because by pulling those shoulders back, increases the width of your chest aesthetically and visually. And the setup is actually pretty simple. You're going to stand over the bells like you would if you were doing deadlift, and you're going to sit back into a hinge, and you're going to have both hands on the bells right here. And all you're going to do is you're going to press one bell into the ground, actively pressing into the ground, while you pull the other one and down, nice and under control. Now, as you're pulling, you're thinking about pulling towards the hip, bottom of the ribs area. And what that does is that really recruits your upper back and your lat, lets you tuck and pack that elbow in so you really get full recruitment, and you're able to get a full range of motion so you're pulling all the way back behind you as you go up. And this is something where if you're doing like normal dumbbell rows, the dumbbell, the actual head of the dumbbell is going to run into you. So you kind of get stopped a little bit short. With that kettlebell handle, doing that gorilla row by pulling down here, you can actually get more range of motion and more strength and control through the entire shoulder joint by pulling down towards that hip. And that again keeps us from flaring everything out, getting, too jammed up in here. We get a nice, even, controlled health of our shoulder out of this. So if we're knocking out a quick short set, as we're hinged, pressing into the ground, pulling back, try to keep our torso nice and steady, our hips are up, and we are in that hinge position, a nice proud chest, eyes in front of us the entire time. And what that'll look like from the side is we get set up over the bells, sitting back into that hinge. And actively pressing down as we're pulling up, and that creates that tension through our entire body, and we really get a lot of that cross-body connection, more of that overall strength. And that right there is our gorilla row.